Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today we've got a bit of a big one here. It's from Hobbymaster, of course, in 1/72 scale or die-cast. It is the General Dynamics F111 and F111F Aardvark to be exact, and it is an aircraft from the United States Air Force's 523rd Tactical Fighter Squadron, the Crusaders, and they would fly the F111s from 1973 to 1995. Now, in June of 1995, the Crusaders sent 8 of these F111s over to RAF Fairford for Exercise Central Enterprise, which is a NATO-run live-fire exercise run annually. In October of 1995, though, the aircraft would be sent to the boneyard and scrapped. Let us have a little look, though. Oh, there we have it. That is in a nice dark grey colour scheme, too. That does look pretty cool. It is nice and snug in that box with everything in there, so that is no good. It has the details in the flap as per usual, but we've got to get this out of the box, don't we? So what we'll do is we'll do that right now, and we'll come right back. All right, with the model out of the box, it does come with the usual Hobbymaster stand for these. And this is one the Model Monkey quickly whacked together, so that is metal and the rest is plastic, and that is how she's going to look. It does also come with the baggie of ordnance, so we got some, looks like paveway bombs there and some massive fuel tanks, a targeting pod of sorts, I think, in there. And it also has the little parts that you put, when you have it, the wings in the open position to block off the little gaps in there. And you do also get, I think they're Mark 82s there, they look to be, so you're just your standard sort of not very smart bombs, a lot like me. All right, let us get this open. I want to check this out. So it does have the usual accessories for your gear up, gear down, your open canopy as well. It does have a couple little pilot figures there. And this awesome F111 sitting in here. Let us get some poppage. Excellent. All right. We'll move this out of the way. We'll check this beautiful model out in the bare bones first, like we like to do. This is finished in a beautiful overall dark grey finish. We'll zoom in a fraction so we can see some of those panel lines. Check out that. That does look very nice. That looks awesome. Oh, I always see a face in that. It looks like some eyebrows and some eyes. But sometimes I do see things that aren't really there. All right, let's get this, see if we can get this canopy off. Oh, it's going to be these are a real tight fit canopy, so sometimes it's hard to sort of get them open because it's quite slippery. Oh, there we go. Nice. Check out the details inside there. It's got some seatbelt details. Some really nice gauge details right deep in there. It's sort of hard to see, but they are present. Yeah, man, that's pretty cool. I definitely do like that. We'll put this canopy back on. Very, very easy to put back on, of course. Underneath, it's got some extra parts than the usual one. It's got an AVQ26 pave track unit on there. That is awesome. I don't think that moves or anything. It is a fixed sort of unit sitting there. Yeah, there's a lot of beautiful detail underneath here. Yeah, the addition of that is fantastic. That looks really nice. We'll check the swing wing. Very smooth as well. See what I was talking about with the gap there? You get those pieces that you can actually slide in there that will sort of close up that gap, because it is quite big, as you can see. But I reckon it's pretty cool. All right, what we'll do, though, is we will set this up for in-flight. All right, we'll quickly do that and come right back. All right, here we have it set up for in-flight. Obviously, no instructions with this one, so I was assuming... I did look up on the Hobbymaster site just to make sure I got the loadout right, but I did assume, because it had the that AVQ26 pave track unit on there, and then you had to put a little laser designator on the back there, that was in a little baggie, that it was going to be kitted out with the paveway bombs, the laser guided bombs. So, and that is the correct loadout that they have on their web page. But you do get that spare tank and the Mark 82 bombs if you want to kit it out with that as well. But I think that's probably pointless when you've got that awesome looking FLIR or FLIR. That looks fantastic. And this is how your awesome F111 will look, ready to drop some laser guided weaponry, and that is pretty sweet. Nice and in flight. And of course, if you do want to, well, same deal, if you want to swap the geometry of the wings, these should turn hopefully nicely, which they seem to be doing, yeah, reasonably well, which is always good. So that's how she's sort of going to look when you have it in the wings extended position, and chuck it on the stand. There's your stand hole, that's your stand, and it does sit right there, which can be a little bit annoying because it's on the paint, but you know what I say. Put some tape or something on there and it will hopefully protect that paint from being scratched by the stand at all. But this is this awesome F111F in flight. It looks fantastic. This is a really cool looking model by Hobbymaster, of course. But what we'll do though is I want to see it gear down. I don't know if the rest of you do, but I definitely want to. So I'll chuck this gear down and we'll chuck her on the scales as well, and then we'll wind up the video. All right, let's go chuck some legs on this aardvark. Alrighty, before we continue on, how about we get this pig on the scales? Alright, so let's have a little look. We will drop it on there. How much does she weigh? Oh yeah, we've got 544 grams. Alright, let's continue on with the video. Off we go. Alright, here we have it set up, gear down. Very straightforward process. There's a piece that you put in there, and then you drop that main landing gear part in, and the wheels don't seem to feel like they roll, so that, as I say, for me is a big issue. And then the front nose wheel is just that module that you drop straight in. Very easy to put it in the wrong way, because in the packet it has that wheel. I remember my first F111 video, you just because no instructions and you're just slapping it together. I actually put that in wrong, so I don't know if many of you have watched the very first F111 I've done and picked that up. But I am aware of that mistake I did make. But that does look nice. I've extended the wings out fully. I didn't bother swapping out the other ordnance because we've seen the F111s with that exact loadout, but we haven't really seen one with this particular loadout, because this being the last variant, the F-Type. I'll keep it like this, but I want to show you how, in regards to the little pieces that slot into there. But what we'll do is we'll have a little look inside the cockpit first. That's open canopy, obviously, and that does look pretty cool. They have a really weird ejection system in this, but there is a lot of nice detail in this. If I can, stop hitting the camera, because this is quite large, we'll zoom in and show you that detail in there with the canopy open, and that looks pretty cool. Definitely. It's got some really nice detail. While we're zoomed in, okay, so you've got that section there. So you do get these pieces. It's going to be a bit awkward, but I'll see if I can do it for you on camera while holding it in the air. So you just do slot those in. They should go in a lot nicer, but I am in a sort of awkward position. There we go. And that is to block off that big gap in there, and you just close a little bit to set it up like that, and that looks pretty cool. And you do that on both sides, obviously, because there's going to be that big gap on this side, as you can see. So you just grab the piece. Hopefully we can do this one even better. Oh, they come out easy, as you can see. All right, let's try it like that. Perfect. So that's with the gaps all filled up, and yeah, you don't have to worry about any gaps there, and I reckon that does look pretty good. It looks damn sweet. All right, I'll put this on the deck. We'll probably can zoom out a little bit because we don't want it right in your face, but I reckon it sets up really nice and looks absolutely fantastic. These look killer. I do like an F111, so hopefully you do as well. It is quite squat at the back, but I reckon you'll definitely be pretty happy if you can grab one of these. So, of course, if you enjoyed what hit your face today, don't forget to hit me with some of those. That's always appreciated. I'll do the usual, take some photos of this and throw them at the end of the video for those of you that want to check out this awesome plane without these all over them. All right, everyone, what I'll do is I'll finish up by saying thank you very much for dropping past again, and don't forget to subscribe if you're yet to do that. And I do value everyone that does watch these videos to their conclusion. So for that, thank you very much if you're still here. And I'll finish up by saying you all have a fantastic rest of your day. Cheers, everyone.